Hello, and welcome back to the Rawkode Academy. This is Clustered Day. We have two great teams that are going to attempt to fix a broken Kubernetes cluster broken by the other team. Now, if you want to win a clustered t-shirt, which I should probably have been wearing today. However, if you want to win a clustered t-shirt, jump to rawkode.live/win. All you have to do is retweet a tweet that will enter you into the draw, and we will draw two winners of a t-shirt at the end of today's episode. So rawkode.live/win. I will pop that back up later to remind you all, but first I need to thank our wonderful sponsors. So first up is Teleport. Teleport have been sponsoring this show for a long time now. We have used Teleport every single episode of Clustered. It is an amazing tool. I always say that every single cluster, every production environment should have a Teleport. Why? Well, you can use GitHub, Google, and other OAuth-based providers to commoditize access to your cluster in a secure fashion that doesn't rely on SSH keys. You can also do pairing and debugging, like we're going to do today. We have multiple people in a single session debugging a production issue. That kind of latency when fixing things is invaluable. I also want to thank Equinix Metal. They have provided the hardware for every single episode of Clustered 2. And they also gave us a code that you can all use to check it out. So if you want to check out Equinix Metal for 200 USD, which is around 100 hours of compute, you can use the code Rawkode. Go to rawkode.live/metal to find out more information. Equinix Metal is a bare metal cloud. We don't use VMs for Clustered. We use big chunky machines with tons of cores and tons of memory. Why? Because it makes it more fun for me. So go check out Equinix Metal and have some fun with that code. Alrighty. Now it's time to introduce our first team. We are joined by Team Aerospike. Hello, Team Aerospike. How are you all doing?
Doing good.
All right. Can we please say hello? We'll start top right, and feel free to introduce yourself, and we'll get started just as soon as we've done that. Sanjali, would you like to go first?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Sanjali. I am a new grad DevOps engineer at Aerospike, and I'm excited to participate in this event.
Awesome, thank you. Jeff?
Yeah, Jeff McCormick. I work for Aerospike on their database as a service project and Kubernetes developer. Anyway, happy to be here. I'm broadcasting or coming to you today from San Antonio, Texas. So anyway, happy to be here and happy to give it a try.
Awesome, thank you. And familiar face, Marek.
Yeah, my name is Merrick Counts. I absolutely love Clustered. I learn something new every single time I'm here. I'm super happy that the rest of the gang, we're a new team, so we're just kind of this is kind of a team building experience for us. I'm super excited that they were willing to join me and do this, and so yeah, super excited to be here. Yeah, I work for Aerospike, obviously on their database as a service, and I work with Jeff. So, yeah. Anyways,
Awesome.
happy to be here.
Thank you all for saying hello. We're going to dive straight into this. We've got two clusters to get through today, and you're unfortunate team one. I don't know, fortunate or unfortunate. I guess it could go either way. It depends on the cluster, right? So let's pop up my screen share. We have Teleport. I have already modified your role, so you do have access to the PixieLabs cluster. I can see someone's already ran LS, so there's someone else that's already in my session. But I have opened a session on PixieLabs control plane 1. Now, if you can just all give me an echo or something to let you know that you're here, and we'll get things kicked off for today. Hello, hi. I'm not sure who hi was, but hi. All right, we got some random characters. That's always a good way to go too. All right, and one more hi. Hopefully not the same hi, but however. I'm pretty confident that we're all in this session. You have 40 minutes, Team Aerospike. Best of luck. Take it away.
So I guess, yeah, we can set that up. I guess the first thing we do is try to connect to the cluster and see if, yeah.
Uh-oh, no control plane.
All right, maybe we check, since this is kubeadm, maybe we check... we can check the manifest, but we could also just check to see if the kubelet's running, just like systemctl. the kubelet should be running on this?
Definitely Kubernetes things running. And what appears to be a kubelet. Yeah, I never just say there's a kubelet running anymore because I never trust anything in these clusters after they've been broken. What are we thinking, Team Aerospike?
I don't know. We can run systemctl status on it. I have also learned not to trust the binaries.
Yeah, why would you trust the binary? Hello to everyone in the chat. Remember, you can win a cluster t-shirt at rawkode.live/win.
So it says the container runtime network is not ready.
Someone's opened Vim already. Come on. Let me join the session from the web. I quite like the ping yahoo.com. Like, I never trust a ping to google.com either. I usually go a bit off field and pick something like that. Just to challenge the ping command, you know? Google's a bit easy. So we have a kubelet running. It appears to be healthy, but no API server. We're in a static manifest for the API server. I mean, the timestamp on it doesn't look like it had been changed, but I'm assuming you don't trust the timestamp either.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't be able to because you're not connecting the certs there. You're connecting to the SSL. You'd have to also curl with the proper certs, right?
It's true.
Are there any endpoints that are not secured?
Let's see here.
There shouldn't be. I was going to say, can you also just do like a port scan, like list of the ports and see if it's actually on that port? Oh, wait. I didn't see its port configured in that. Is it? Oh, its secure port is at 6443.
We have to check one more. Yeah, it is also there at 6443.
Yep, looks all right to me.
Mm-hmm.
We could check the wait, and I'm sorry if I missed some things. I was reading chat. And thank you, Jeff, for typing, because last time I typed, I catted a binary file, and I'm a little scarred still from that.
That happened 2 weeks in a row. You'd never believe it. It happened 2 weeks in a row.
I was so happy when somebody else did it, so I was just like, phew. Same thought. So the other thing we could do is check the kubelet, because this is a static pod. So if it's not running for some reason, we could check the container runtime, as well as the kubelet logs for why it might not be running, if it's not running. Or do we think that we just don't have access? Maybe I'm a little behind. I don't know that we verified that it's actually running and listening on that port.
Yeah, you said something interesting earlier. Can we port scan or a list of ports? I think that's a good thread to pull out.
Can we grep that on the... Yeah. So I don't think it's actually running. for reasons.
I think you're right. Can you get logs from the API server?
So
Remember
they
the log
could
file position there.
So container logs
actually.
all go
Could
to
you
this
check?
same place. Was Mark, you going to say that, or should I continue?
No, you continue. I stopped.
Yeah, so you can go to var log containers or var log pods, and that will allow you to see the logs for containers that spun up temporarily. So there is an API server directory or something there, depending on the colors. Yeah, directory. There we go.
All right, so they screwed with etcd. I hate you guys.
Every time I see etcd in a log file, I'm ready to go home. So
yeah, okay. So there's a couple things here. There's actually two certs I was going to say that they could screw up that I can think of off the top of my head. You have the one that allows you, but you have the cert to talk to etcd. So can we actually just cat the etcd conf file?
not the binary.
Not the, oh yes, please, not the binary. If you go into the manifests, there should be a manifest that describes etcd right there. Right there. The etcd YAML. And here's where it's going to define its certs. And then we got to make sure that the API server is loading the right certs as well. Oh gosh.
Did you check to see if etcd was running first?
Good point.
It does appear to be.
It's running as a static pod manifest, so it wouldn't be in systemctl, I don't think.
Okay. Well, this seems to be running anyway, so.
So if you had the etcd control, I don't know if there's a nicer way to say that command, you could run health and status commands, but I think you'll need to install it. etcd-client maybe. And then there is a bunch of setup, which I never remember. So I'm going to grab a cheat sheet that I always use.
I was going to say that you have to pass it.
Yeah, the certs and the API version and a bunch of other crap. It's not the one I normally use. Where's the one I normally use? Oh, I'm never going to find it now because I use DuckDuckGo. That's the one. Do you mind if I paste into your session?
Please do.
Alright, so that exports all the stuff that you need, and then you should be able to use etcd control get, and as you'll see, you now have the permissions denied replicated, so you can maybe use some other etcd control commands to work out what's going on.
So it said permission denied for the get. I'm wondering if they changed those certs on us.
Try an etcd control health or status, I can't remember.
I think it's health, but I don't remember either.
Yeah, unknown command. That may just be status. I don't know. People don't play with etcd directly, right? I mean, that stuff's too hard.
I'm looking, Jeff. Give me a second.
Try etc-help. Endpoint health and endpoint status might be a good one to run.
I think you have to pass an endpoint for that.
Nope, both returned good. So I think their etcd cluster might be all right. What else could the permissions be from?
So actually, we could look at the API server config. Does it use the same certs as we're using here? So is it did they just update the certs that it's trying to use to communicate with it to bad certs or screw with them?
Potentially.
You
could always go into the PKI directory and check some file timestamps as a superficial check. But we do have someone from PixieLabs, Philip, in the chat saying not a certs problem.
Oh. Oh.
So where else do we have permissions? File system?
I mean, is it a permissions problem or actually they could have changed where its endpoint that it's trying to hit to be the wrong endpoint. Did we validate that it's actually going to the right endpoint? Oh, does etcd have RBAC? I don't.
Kevin also confirming that permission denied comes from etcd and it wouldn't be a cert issue. So definitely not certs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, lots of confirmation. Stop looking at certs.
All right, so it's not certs, permission denied, coming from etcd. It could be the user, so I guess RBAC, our user doesn't have it. I don't know how to configure RBAC. Let me look at RBAC for etcd. So
and from
Jeff,
the hang
could
on
you
a
do
PixieLabs.
CTL? What'd you say?
The hang from the PixieLabs team is saying a reminder that etcd control get also failed. I guess that's important.
Okay.
Get also failed.
Could you also do the etcctl user list? I'm not an etcd person, but
it's just your commands. Phew. I thought you were onto a winner there, but well.
yeah. Did you try user lists? My session broke. I'm reconnecting. I'll be right back.
There are hints in that root directory. Might be a good time to check the first one out.
Yep, I agree.
And we got some confirmation from Philip and Vahang. So firstly, the etcd image has not been changed. And secondly, I promise you this is less sinister than it seems. You modified etcd, that's as sinister as it gets on Klustered. Come on.
All right, so they're saying root. That looks like Linux file permissions.
Yeah. That's where my brain was going to. So where's the etcd file database live?
Oh, is it etcd that's having a problem loading its file? Like it doesn't have permission to open the database file? It's something data.
Yeah, I think so. Varlib etcd.
Jeff, could we look at varlib etcd
Yeah.
and look at the file permissions on the file?
I'm sorry, what's the path again?
Varlib etcd, I think is what the... Yeah.
Member.
Well, everything's owned by root, isn't it? So,
Yep, they have said that the file permission is a red herring. And we've been encouraged to run etcd control-h once again. So it's not this Linux file permissions, but we do need to be curious about the root. So let's take a look at -help. Yeah. Oh, I think I've worked it out. There's a user flag that can take a password there. You want to try the get again? Passing in user. Try root.
Yeah.
Hey. They've turned on authentication, or at least non X509 authentication.
Can we just turn that off? What's the easiest way here? Like, so I honestly don't know. I've never done this with it.
Let's go take a look at the etcd manifest. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see if we can find anything in here. Oh, let me jump back over.
Oh, wait, that's cert auth. I don't think that's...
Yeah, we're being told to look at etcd control-h again. Or maybe that was... Maybe we were celebrating the fact that we did look at etcd control-h. Not in the manifest. Okay. Not in the manifests.
All right, so...
it'd be,
Let's see.
member add root, maybe, or...
So there's a change the
How
password.
about just doing
of the
off
user.
disable?
Yeah, off disable's good.
When it do, turn it off. Oh, you'll need your data. Yeah, you got it. Hey. So now we're looking to see if we have an API server coming online. So maybe worth checking or tailing those logs again. See what happens. And there we go.
Hey. All right, so the nodes aren't ready. So this maybe says something with the kubelet. We could give them just a second, but I'm guessing if they mess with etcd, they're not coming back.
Yep.
I guess maybe we check the... Can you actually just do like a describe on the node? Overcommitted. No, it's not. Never mind. It's not overcommitted. Sorry.
You've got 20 minutes left. 20 minutes. Loads of time.
Like, are the nodes taking too many resources?
plenty of memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are fairly chunky bare metal machines. So
Yep.
So what else causes a node to report its status is not ready?
The labels.
So I apologize. One question. My terminal keeps not tracking the tailing his things. Am I doing something to screw that up, or
Just
do I just have to
resize it like a pixel. It seems to kick it back into shape. It's a Xterm.js bug. So unfortunately, we do just have to work around it. So if you do find that it's not tracking properly, a small resize of your window will give it a nudge. Just don't resize it too much because then it throws it off for everybody. Terminals are hard.
I'm on i3, so the resize was taking up changing the half the screen.
Oh, well, we'll see how we get on. All right, let's work out this not ready.
All right.
Now those taints can just be removed manually. You could always try that and see if they come back, right?
I mean, did they cordon them? I could have just cordoned them.
I don't know. You'd have to do a describe or an edit on a node. But Philip in the chat says they weren't expecting not ready status, so.
Uh-oh.
So we
Okay,
we have some collateral
STD,
damage.
this is what you get. Well,
yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. Yeah, let's try and edit nodes. Just remove it. If it comes back, we can look at the events and we can work out why. So edit node, pick PixieLabs -control plane -1. Oh well, worker 1 came back at least, so.
is this just etcd being slow with
Yeah, it's back. There we go.
Yes.
About to debug something, it wasn't broken. Always fun with Kubernetes. Flies looks good.
Could you check the stateful set? There should be a database in the stateful set.
Looks good. You're gonna have to run get pods now, put us all out of misery.
Yeah.
So we
Also,
want
can you
to,
list-
let's see.
It's clustered. Although people always call the show Cluster D. Maybe I should rename it.
Can you also do like a -A and see if they did something sneaky in a different namespace? Don't do git deployment, do git pods and then do cache, or you actually do git all -A, yeah.
I think rubber cable's right here. Like you haven't checked the web page or the service. You don't even know if it's working or not working. It could be fine, right?
How do we check the web page again?
You can try curl on localhost 30,000. V1 is working.
So now we try to update to V2. So we just go ahead and edit the deployment and go to V2.
That's the mission. Uh-oh.
So, Image never pooled. This is either networking.
You would have to get pod -o YAML. Yeah, there we go.
Docker, is it? Oh, there? No, it's not installed. It's containerd, isn't it?
So they have an image pool policy of never.
And the image is still set as v1, which looks interesting.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, you grep the one that's running. Grep do the git pod on the one that's not running. It's the 6Q, yeah.
Image never pull.
Right, I think that we need to change the image pool policy. It's like they did something else and expected us to look at that image pool policy. Couldn't have been that simple.
And now it can't pull the image. Image pull back off. URL looks okay. What next?
So that would be, that could be like the container runtime, which would be going to pull this, right?
Yep.
Jeff, maybe we check. Oh, what were you saying, David?
Yes, these are containerd clusters. Containerd is responsible for pulling the image.
I was going to say, maybe we could check the logs on containerd on the worker node, since this would have to be running on the worker node.
Would you like me to open a session on the worker node?
Yeah.
All right. Opening now. All yours. Take it away. You have 12 minutes. No pressure. So does containerd ship with any CLI tools that allow you to pull images?
I was wondering about that. Image is definitely out there. I can see it.
So we have access to CRI control, CRICTL, and to CTR. Those are two command line options for working with containerd.
Anybody ever wanting to know, nerdctl is a fantastic one that is like a Docker compatible API for containerd.
Install it.
Yeah.
Oh, we got an error message. That's interesting.
Google.code.com. So it looks like they made it so that they gave a certificate that's valid for things that aren't GCR.
So my image comes from GitHub Container Registry, and you're getting certificates for Google Container Registry, GCR.io. So how can they modify that resolution?
DNS. Wait, can we look at the hints? Are there hints on this file? This one?
Well, you haven't. I mean, you can maybe look at the host files first or the resolve conf.
Oh.
Is that right?
I don't know what .82 is, but I'm guessing that's wrong. I can go look.
Yeah, that worked, didn't it?
So was that? I missed that because I was joining the session. So did they add something to the host file?
Yeah, they overrode the GCR. So I commented it out, and then that ran, which means back on the other, now we should be able to get it to pull that image, maybe.
There we go. Yeah. All right, what next?
So,
actually, Jeff, could you just... they did it on both.
Okay. So what happens when you run get pods now? So maybe try deleting our back off pod. Yeah, rubber cable in the chat with the same suggestion there. Good call. Hey, it's working. Or it's maybe working, right? All right, so they got you with a pull policy and a DNS check. And that is the v2 image. I can pull that up here too, if you want to confirm.
that's interesting, okay.
Oh, sometimes that happens. I really need to work that out.
Right, I think that works, isn't it?
You have to dance. Well done.
Right at the end of our time.
Because if there is such a thing as easy, right? Well done. You've worked through that problem after problem. Good job.
etcd is a good one. You know, honestly, I can say, like, I can't tell you how many times etcd has bitten me in the hind end. Yeah, it's a good one to actually troubleshoot. It's been forever since I've touched it last. So.
Yeah, I'm not an etcd expert at all. So.
Well, cool. At least now we've all learned a valuable production hack. It's etcd control off disable. Like, that's now my go-to. So, you know, awesome.
That's exactly what you want to do in production, is disable all security.
All right. Well, you managed to work through all of those problems with 6 or 7 minutes left. So well done, Team Aerospike. I'm going to ask you to kindly go watch from YouTube, and I will invite on our friends at PixieLabs to see what you have in store for them. So thanks a lot. Good job, and I'll speak to you all soon. All right. I'll just cut Marek off there. Sorry, mate. But we'll wait here until we get our team from PixieLabs over. I'll also remind you that you can win a Klustered t-shirt by going to rawkode.live/win. Cool. Let's see. We've got a few people joining now. So we got Philip, Shell, and Bang. Hey, how's it going?
It's going well. Thanks for having us.
Fun watching someone else fix your broken cluster?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great work to that team, to Aerospike. Yeah.
Awesome.
We actually had one more break left, but it somehow got overridden. So yeah, we added a network block on ghcr.io using XDP and eBPF. And I don't know, maybe the container got cached or something like that. So unfortunately did not show up, but you could actually see it in one of the, I think it was the CRI-CTL calls. Like there was no network resolution there. So yeah, unfortunately something went wrong. So maybe we just kept it cached, the container cached on the CRI or something.
I mean, I don't want to speak for them, but I haven't seen eBPF breaks on this before, and nobody ever gets them. It's one of those like black boxes. It's really difficult to like understand where the eBPF is happening and how to get around it. So that would have been pretty evil. But I think your breaks were evil enough. Like HTTP is a tricky one, right? Like it's the minute you break
the break
HTTP.
is the break is still valid on the control node. So IP link show is your friend. It will show you that one of the network interfaces has been messed with, which is what we were hoping for.
I guess we'll send them over as part of the show notes, but if anybody wants to see them. But unfortunately did not get to see them in action. So
well, I'm looking forward to reading that at least anyway. All right, can we start in the top right? Please say hello, introduce yourself. We'll work our way around clockwise, and then we'll hand you over a cluster.
Hi, everyone. I'm Philip Kuznetsov. I am an engineer at New Relic working on Pixie. Yeah. Oh, and my Twitter handle is @PhilCuz.
Cool. I'm Vihang Mehta. I'm another engineer at Pixie, now a part of New Relic. And I think this will be a common theme. Philip, me, and Michelle all sort of work on the same team at Pixie.
Yeah, and hello, I'm Michelle Nguyen. Just to give some context about what Pixie actually is, we are an open source CNCF sandbox project. And basically our thing is that we are a real-time debugging platform. You deploy Pixie to your cluster. You can deploy using YAMLs, you can run through our CLI, but basically you just deploy Pixie, and right there out of the box, you get a bunch of baseline visibility metrics and information about your cluster. So we use eBPF to collect things like full body HTTP requests. We get continuous profiling. So a bunch of interesting stuff without you really having to do anything but deploy Pixie. So yeah, definitely check it out. You should check out px.dev. That's our website with all our information and docs and links out to our blog. You can join our Slack community. So I think that's slackin.px.dev. But yeah, just check us out. We're super excited to just get people using our stuff, leave comments, feedback, and we love contributors as well.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. And if people do want to learn more about PixieLabs, they can go to rawkode.live and search for PixieLabs. I did a 90-minute stream with Natalie. I think it was around 6 or 7 months ago, and we dived into Pixie. It was an awesome product. It was a lot of fun. I encourage people to check it out. All right. I see someone's already joined my session, so awesome. Let's get everyone else in there. I'm going to pop my screen share up now. I've opened a session on Aerospike Control Plane 1. Feel free to join, give me an echo, let me know you're there. Thank you. We got 1, we got 2. It always helps when people tell me who's typing. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. All right. You have around 40 minutes. Best of luck. Take it away.
Okay. Let me copy over some commands I want.
It's always nice to see the
K9S. Yeah, and getting K9S.
This might be interesting because sometimes it doesn't quite work with Xterm.
Oh, okay.
People have tried to use it before, and it's okay on the web, so I'll keep it there.
Oh.
So as long as you're okay,
fine.
If you can see it, it's fine. I'll just try and not use the terminal one for this bit. So we're all good. Feel free to use it.
Okay. I guess I'll see what we can do. Okay, so I'll just do this for now. That's our pod thing.
No control plane. There
Connection was refused. Oh, okay. Got any ideas? Okay, so no control plane.
We kind of need one of those, right?
Yeah.
Wait, do you want to get etcd control and just double check just in case?
Well, how did we get it before?
Apt install etcd dash client, and then I still got the cheat sheet here with this setup because I just use this one all the time.
etcd-client.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
All right, I will paste in the setup for you if you want.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Looks good. There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not as familiar with this. Michelle, what command do you run here?
Well, get said that etcd is running, so we're probably okay on that.
Yeah, I think it's
for now.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So control plane is missing. Do we have the kubelet? Is that...
You have a kubelet. Do you have an API server?
Is kube API? Sorry.
All right, you got kubevip, scheduler, controller manager, kubelet. You have no API server.
No API server.
Yep, you definitely need one of those two.
Yeah. Okay. Control planes are overrated. Okay.
The null channel is Marek from Aerospike, so when he messages,
okay.
you may want to pay attention.
Control plane is overrated. Oh.
I think he's just joking. I would maybe go take I would maybe go take a look at the static manifest and see, or maybe the logs for the API server. It would be a good starting point.
How do you find those? Is it under like var log or something like that?
Varlog containers or Varlog pods, depending on which view you want of the cluster.
API, Kube API server.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
So connection refused.
Cannot reach etcd.
Huh. Wait,
right.
No, this is not certs. Okay. I'm just trying to think. Well, what did the other team think?
Well, the port looks fishy, right? 1269.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the standard port.
I've not seen that port number before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good catch.
Let's look at the manifest for the API server.
Yeah, Kevin's saying the port looks wrong to him too. So let's go check that.
Wait. The manifest is at Etsy.
Kubernetes manifest. Yep. One.
Yeah. Oh.
You can either use Vim or cat it with a pager. Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Let me do this.
In fact, someone's going to have to link to the SKCD, like overuse of cat. I definitely do that all the time.
This is trying to connect to 1269. What does etcd say? It is
2379.
right.
Yeah, they just decremented it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not know you could go just edit files like the manifest in the file system like this.
You said 2379, right?
Yeah,
that's the one.
That's the one.
Do we need to restart anything?
The kubelet will detect that change. If you want to speed it up a little bit, you can do a systemd control restart kubelet. Oh, system control, sorry, system CT.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
systemctl. Sysctl is going to change something else. That's the kernel tool. There we go.
Should we
so
check?
Yeah.
Oh, dot slash. Yeah.
Not there yet.
Coming though, I think.
Should we check the API server logs again?
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
var logs, right?
Yeah, I have it in the history. You can check.
And var log.
Oh, I guess the container ID might change. So
I would hope so.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the same
No,
one,
it's the same.
right?
And 8 hasn't incremented, so I'm not confident that we have an API server.
All right.
3219. Okay, yeah, this is 4 minutes ago still. So
What else is wrong here?
Maybe check the kubelet logs.
yeah, let's before we restart. Oh, is it not in the same place? Maybe in container.
The kubelet logs, because it says systemd service, you'll need to use journal control -flu kubelet.
Okay.
So journal ctl -flu and then kubelet. So that's standard. That just means it can't reach the API server yet.
Okay.
Unable to.
It could just be that our API server.
Oh, let's see.
Oh, Kubernetes. Yeah.
What did you notice? Oh,
a Kubernetes.
Yep.
So the static
like,
manifest.
A bunch of goobers. Just kidding.
So do you know what that message means? The static manifest location has been changed potentially. So it's not actually reading the manifest from etc Kubernetes manifest.
Where's that configured?
A cool command, if you want me to share.
Yeah.
System control cat and a service name. Gives you quite a lot of cool information.
All right.
So there's a bunch of files listed there that I would start.
The bootstrap kubelet and a bunch of other stuff there, right?
Can you see Kubernetes?
Oh, it's going to be in one of those config files somewhere. You don't need to
start
hunting.
There's no bootstrap here?
You may want to start in varlib kubelet config.yaml. Typing on camera is always fun, right?
Yep.
It's not just 3 of us watching. It's a few dozen.
Don't tell me.
oh, that was it. That was
there
it.
You go.
I saw it.
Nice. Okay.
There you go. Static pod path.
We've ungoobered the cluster.
I would definitely restart that kubelet again. Save yourself a few minutes. All right, now we can make a cup of tea, open a beer, have a sandwich, wait for the API server.
Nothing yet. No, that we want journal control.
Pause it, maybe.
I would expect to see API server and a PS coming up pretty soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I expect a lot of things. I'm wrong all the time. But I mean, I hope you get an API server soon.
Right.
Nothing yet.
If you go back to the logs, what?
I think we're missing some files.
The Cni plugin not initialized is a bug, or is a log.
You got a new error message there. No. Failed to, no, okay, the least one you can ignore. This is still just API server missing stuff so far.
Well, do we know if the API server is on yet? I don't think it is, right?
No, it's not on. Yeah, what's preventing it?
We may want to check for API server logs again and hope we get a new pod and container incremented ID. We don't really want to see 8.log anymore.
Pods, right? No, Kubernetes pods.
No, pods is right. Barlog pods.
Just pods. Kube API. Oh, I think
8.log.
Yeah, that's the old one. Yeah.
I mean, you can cat it, but I don't think we'll see anything new from that file.
Sometimes you miss a T.
1935. No, 02 1935. Yeah, I don't think that's changed.
Right.
So we haven't had the kubelet attempt to start a new API server yet, it looks like.
Well, we could tail it, but I don't think it's going to tell us anything. Yep. No new logs.
Yeah, that's not spat a log out in
I don't think it'll
16 hours.
I don't think it'll log.
How long has our kubelet been running out of interest? That looks like
17.
we restarted it 3 minutes ago.
Yeah. So some more kubelet configs here.
I think.
Does anyone know if Bootstrap kube config needs to exist? Because I'm pretty sure it doesn't exist.
It does not need to exist, no.
All right.
All right. I think you should be looking at the journal command again and maybe take it slow. I'm assuming we could be missing something.
I wonder if I can pipe this.
Is it gonna stream? Well, okay.
Unable to write event.
Connection refused. Yeah.
That one is to the API server, right? What is usually at 6443? I thought that was the API server.
Yeah, which we don't have. So we're looking for something that would tell us why the API server was not started.
Yep.
Failed to
Cni plugin not initialized.
Okay. I feel like that the Cni plugin isn't dependent upon the API server, is it?
It is not. No, an API server isn't dependent on Cni either.
Okay.
Could not process manifest file. Kube API server YAML. Couldn't parse this pod.
Good
Please
catch.
check config file. And I lost that.
So there's an error in your static manifest for the API server.
Where was that?
It's a Kubernetes manifest kube-API server.yaml. I spent a lot of time in that file, strangely enough. And the error message pointed to line 130, if I believe correctly.
Oh.
Interesting character.
I guess that's it.
That was said far too confidently.
Oh wait, that was the error.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, that would definitely cause the YAML parsing to fail. So, I mean, I'm not saying that's the only error, of course, but it's definitely a problem.
Also, I'm pretty sure this is flipped.
Oh, nice catch. I didn't notice that.
Comments helped.
Oh, yeah. Russell.
That's Russell.
Oh, and James as well with that catch. Well done.
Yeah. But here too, I believe.
And Team Aerospike shushing everybody in the comments. So, so Rubber Cable says the status looks out of place. It's okay for the status to be empty in this.
I'm sure that the status will get filled out later, right? So, faith.
Yep.
Maybe misplaced, but.
All right, let's see if it's running.
Not yet.
You can
check
try.
CTL.
You could try a restart. Like, so the way the kubelet monitors the static manifest directory, it can take like up to 4 minutes, I think, before it will detect the change and restart it. A restart of the kubelet will make it a little bit faster.
Should we journal CTL again?
Well, let's check this manifest while we are here. I have a feeling there's a bunch of issues here.
I think you have an API server now.
All right, let me check.
Damn it.
Not yet.
Is journal CTL still complaining? Or are the logs still complaining about any manifest or something?
Well, it still can't talk to the API server, which is because API server doesn't exist.
Connection refused.
But I don't see any other errors, which is good.
Should we try this just to make sure?
I mean, you can even grep for API server.
All right, so now.
Oh, that's your kubelet restarting. Yeah.
Yep. These are still infos. Here's the first error.
Could not process manifest file. Delete me.yaml. That kind of looks suspicious.
All right. Let's see.
Where did you see that? Sorry, I never caught that.
It's
all good. Let's just go take a look at it.
Yeah, you'll see it.
What is here? I'm pretty sure I should just delete this thing. Safe networking.
Wait, whoa. What if it's a trick? A trick. Oh, wait, do we have another networking policy? Manifest?
How about I do this?
Well, I mean, I don't want to be too confident in my statement, but I don't think the kubelet would even apply that to your cluster.
If it just exists?
Because the way the static pods work is that it actually creates projection pods. I don't think putting a network policy in that directory will do anything. I mean, I could be wrong, and I often am.
The null channel says it will try to run every manifest in that folder, apparently.
Oh, so that may be acting as a blocker, stopping it from deploying anything else afterwards. Because it can't actually deploy a network policy from that directory. That's a cool break.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, so let's go back to restarting and looking at logs. I think this is the way to do it. All right, so for unable to find data in memory cache from CRI stats.
I think that's all right. I think you're good, right? That's a healthy kubelet, an API server. Nope.
Nothing yet.
And did you delete that file?
I moved it to home. Well, kubevip is readable by other folks. The other ones are not. Don't know if that
I'm pretty sure the
matters.
kubelet runs under root. But I mean, you can check that too.
Wait, didn't we have etcd YAML work? Or etcd worked, right?
Yeah, the etcd
I
get
think
worked.
it's actually running this. Yeah. So it should be running everything.
Do we have an API server yet, or do we need to start panicking?
No.
Not yet.
Still time to panic. Let's see.
All right, let's see.
I can stop scrolling. Please just let me know.
So, oh no, there's connection refused still. Before the connection refused, it says there's waiting for API server. Actually, if you scroll
on. Waiting for. Yep. Nope.
Creating container manager based on.
Should we just look through error logs?
Do we have an API server log yet? That's not 8.log.
Oh, good call.
No, that looks like the old one. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So maybe we still need a Cni plugin thing, but maybe I'm wrong. There's that log about the Cni not being initialized yet.
Okay, because I'm really confused. So I feel invested in this. But we have a bunch of static manifests and Etsy Kubernetes manifests. Can we verify that any of the control plane components are running via PS?
Oh, API would come up with that.
Yeah, there should be a kube scheduler, a controller manager, an API server, and etcd. All right. So
etcd is up there.
So etcd and kubestep we have, but nothing else.
Nothing else.
So we expect scheduler.
So I'm curious if we journal flu the kubelet again and just grep for API server, if there's anything. And if not, I'm not actually convinced that it's trying to start it. Yeah, that's it, just trying to speak to the API server. So I'm not convinced it's trying to start those static manifests.
Yeah,
right.
We can also check hints.
Yeah, we do have hints. We do have hints.
All right. Trust but verify. Sometimes more is not better.
These are subtle.
Should we go to 3?
Yeah, we've got 15 minutes left. Let's take a look at 3 and see if we've got
Yeah.
any ideas. All right. Okay, I think you fixed that one.
I think we fixed that one.
Yeah.
All right. So we do have Marek saying he would have, at this point, he would expect the kubelet to try and start the API server.
Huh.
So
Know your ports. Okay.
I think we fixed that one too.
I'm going to make a suggestion, and this is a bit wild, but sometimes this stuff works.
Okay.
It's like, if we go to the manifest directory and let's move stuff out of it except for etcd.
Okay, so let me.
Yeah, move. Yeah, that works. Go for it. What's the worst that can happen?
All right, and then restart.
Restart the kubelet. Yeah. So I'd expect to see kubevip disappear, etcd stay as it is, and then we can add in the API server and see if it helps.
Kubevip is still there, and so is etcd.
etcd is the only one left in that directory, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. Should we move the API server in? Oh, kubevip is up.
It is indeed hard to write good hints.
How about a kill -9 on kubevip?
Yeah, we can try that. 19788.
Yeah.
Well, kubevip's
I'm just
gone.
curious if it comes back. That's all. I mean,
Well, we can restart the kubelet.
Marek is saying, does the kubelet shut down pods when the static manifest is removed? I thought it did. Maybe I am wrong. But I think it does. I do think it does.
Well, what was in delete me? That was just a networking policy, right? So
yeah, I think that break was that because it's not a pod, the kubelet actually stopped on that. So maybe I'm confused.
Yeah.
I guess we try to move the API server manifest back in here.
Yeah, let's give it a go.
Okay. Nothing yet.
You feeling brave enough to kill -9 etcd? Because at this point it feels like the kubelet's not starting anything, right?
Yeah, let's check the kubelet config. That's what null channel is saying.
That's a boring way. I think he means the var lib kubelet.
Oh, okay. Yep.
All right, 10 minutes to go.
It was config.
Yep. Oh, wait, zeros are okay. So it's okay to see 0 seconds, I believe. Oh, I see something. But I'm gonna leave it.
The held C port.
You can ignore that. I'm surprised there's no error message for this though.
Memory swap. Is
That's
that okay to be empty?
yes, but you're close. Yeah, Marek's given it up already in the chat. I was trying not to mention it, but Max Pod's 1.
Oh, there can only be one pod running. So just delete.
110. That's a good one. Yeah. I expected an error message from there. From that, Rubber Cable says
Nice.
possibly no error message because report frequency is off. But...
Well, I guess there's not an error, right? It did exactly what we told it to do.
Yeah, normally it would say couldn't start new pod because we're at the max pod. Like if you have the 110 limit and you hit it, it's very vocal that you hit it. But then maybe it's different for static pods. I'm not entirely sure. But good break. Nice one, Aerospike.
Nice. Yeah.
Way.
Huzzah!
Nice.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
Back
you're
to
the
home.
runner.
Do that.
There we go. Oh, lots of stuff.
Oh boy.
Oh, there's probably a deployment that's like make
Yeah, just
1,000
scale down
Nginx.
the replicas.
Oh, 179 requested. I think you're just in
This
there
is
straight
actually-
with a delete. Like, go away. We don't care.
Oh, I get Nginx 0.
What
Do you
is
use Nginx
BusyBox doing over here?
0?
Yeah, Rubber Cable saying this is the less is not more. Yeah, there was a hint about that, wasn't there? So.
Yeah. Postgres is running.
Yeah. Nginx is DDoSing our cluster.
And nothing about why this is pending.
Could be the
And
pod
Nginx
limit.
doesn't. Sorry?
It could be the pod limit that we're still reaching.
It should be terminating these, right?
So
I mean, they are terminating.
is your worker online? Is the kubelet online for that worker?
Oh, we don't know. Do we have a session for that yet?
Oh, you can see it from Cni.
You want to check nodes? Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, so if
Not
we've not got a
right.
kubelet
Not
report
right.
and status, those terminatings will never complete.
All right.
I'll open a session. All right, there.
I will remember to join the session.
No kubelet. That's a problem. Another problem is 6 minutes left.
VLC? I do not remember these.
FLU is the one I tend to use.
FLU.
Could not find a container D socket.
Yep.
I would apologize to PixieLabs, but you touched etcd.
Does CRICTL tell me anything about container D running? No.
Yeah, I mean, you can use system control status container D for a quick look.
claims to be running?
It does.
Is it at the right sock?
Oh, Kubernetes.sock.
Yeah, that would be a problem.
Where is the containerd config?
Use system control cat. It is always your friend for
Oh,
systemd
right.
units.
Just user bin containerd.
Where do you see that? Yep.
Exec start.
Oh no, that's just the exec.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
That was a good directory or something.
You can check in /etc for a containerd config file. That would be the default location, at least.
Kubernetes, yeah.
All right.
I love it when the cursor just lands right on the break.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you might have had a typo.
Oops. Good catch.
Nice.
I can type sometimes.
You know, I was told from the containerd team that it's pronounced containered, but I still call it containerd. I don't think I've ever heard anyone outside of the containerd team meant to say it as containered.
I guess we can restart kubelet too.
It wouldn't hurt. Yep. You can do a system control restart kubelet.
Oh, that was a status. I thought I definitely typed restart. All right.
Yeah, interesting, James. Is it nerd control or I think it officially it's nerdy control.
Nerd control.
Nerdy
Wow.
control. Yeah, I'm not. I'll need to
Not nerd.
that.
Not nerd cuddle.
Nerd cuddle.
My favorite. My favorite was kubectl, so you know.
Kubectl. So many ways. All right, you have a kubelet. That should be reporting statuses. Your API server, hopefully, is now terminated a whole bunch. It looks better. No, that's nodes.
Nope, the node's not ready yet.
Should we tail the logs?
I would check your kubelet logs on that worker again. Then.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just not started yet? Is that it? Or did you restart it there?
No, it's 55.
It's running.
Started kubelet as run once.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Started kubelet as run once.
Yeah. I think they've broken more stuff in your kubelet config. Or containerd config. But there's a bunch of interesting things in that log message.
Well,
there.
You know, we can check that. Okay. No hints on the worker node.
I mean, I could just throw something out there. You do not need a containerd config file.
All right.
But you're also going to want to remove that run once on the kubelet. That is a systemd setting if you're not familiar. So you'll need to do a system control cat kubelet, and that will tell you where the unit file is. That's the sneaky one for people. It depends on if you're comfortable with systemd. Yeah, lib systemd system kubelet.service. Jump into that file.
Wait, sorry. It was lib.
The first line after the cat.
Yeah, just copy it.
Oh, okay. That was interesting. This seems fine, right?
This is where my systemd knowledge will let me down. I would maybe add to the service. I wonder if run once is a default and you had to add type simple. Someone in the comments help us out. What's the best way for this to get fixed?
Let's see.
Oh, it's a kubelet.
Oh, it's a kubelet config. I thought it was systemd config. I stand corrected. There it is.
Run one.
Today I learned.
Yeah.
I wonder what the use case for that is. Someone go find that PR. All right, our time is up, but we're close. So let's see this through.
All right.
Oh yeah, Marek's saying it's also a systemd config. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, you'll need to do a daemon reload because we modified the units file.
All right. Where it's just
systemctl, yeah, a daemon dash reload. Yeah. You just delete the kubelet. Daemon reload will reload all the unit files. And then you can restart the kubelet from there.
All right.
Maybe it's working. I don't know.
Yep. Working it's up. Hasn't terminated anything yet. But
do you wanna edit the deployment? Oh no, Sanjali. Why? Edit the deployment for cluster D. So if it works, it'll just start.
Alex saying you're troopers. He handed you a dumpster fire. Kevin suggested that people are playing the long game and adding features to the kubelet just for use on Klustered. So if that's why Run was added, that was pretty special.
Let's just do if not present and hope that it's been cached. The scheduler is broken.
You can bypass the scheduler.
I don't think I know how.
Edit the deployment, jump down to the template spec, and add node name. My favorite hack on Klustered. I do it all the time. Yeah, template.
It's just add
spec.
Yep.
So you're in the and then there add node name with a capital N for name, and then just do Aerospike worker 1.
Aerospike worker 1.
Yep, there's Russell in the comments. Here comes the Rawkode scheduler. Honestly, I tell everybody about that trick. I'm like, we don't need a scheduler. Like, never waste time fixing a scheduler on Klustered.
Something is something is controls busy docs.
Is there another break? Aerospike, come on. Does that busy box keep coming back?
I was deleting it at the wrong level.
All right.
Space.
All right, do we have a Klustered v2? Whoa, what's going on with the cluster deploy?
They're also limiting.
How many replica sets do we have? Huh.
Interesting.
Oh.
That one's gone.
Right?
Oh, is the deployment set to only deploy one or something? No,
Well, it doesn't want to scale down to 1.
Russell saying he hasn't seen out of pods before. That's when you hit the max pods limit on a kubelet, which is 110.
Yeah, which is 110.
But something is creating loads and loads of clustered pods.
These are controlled by a replica set by 579. And it wants to keep coming back.
No, I don't think it would create the same one. Yeah, I think the worker might have its own max pods. Yeah.
You can change your node name to the control plane and remove the taint if you want to just quickly get this working.
All right.
Super hacky mode now, right?
Control plane 1. Did I get that right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Scheduler name Bob's.
And then if you go to get nodes, yeah.
Yep. I guess delete that too.
Yep.
Can you have no spec?
You can
I hope
indeed.
so. All right, it's creating.
All right, let's see if we have a. Let's see if we got the dance.
No.
Come on, there can't be any more breaks. Do we have a service?
We do have a service.
If you click on the service, I guess, will it resolve to the clustered?
Yeah, does the clustered service have any endpoints?
Yeah.
No.
You can just enter if you K9S usually maps the service to a pod. Node port.
No, this is supposed to be a node port, right?
Yeah, it is.
Is there a selector on this service? Yeah. App clustered. Is there deployment not got those labels?
Is there a network policy still? We're getting a clue.
Ah.
Check the network policy, CRD.
It's just netpols.
Oh, yeah.
This was an absolute dumpster fire. Not yet. Any Cilium network policies?
Are we still getting?
There's CMPs and CCMPs. Nope.
I think the pod hasn't been created yet.
Oh, I thought we got it.
I think it was stuck on container creating.
There's no. Oh.
Cilium API client timeout.
All right, I don't think Aerospike are getting invited back. Okay.
Maybe try deleting it and restarting it. So no, not the. Don't restart the kubelet. Restart the pod or kill the pod, and then we'll just see if it gets reset.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the new one's gonna also get stuck, presumably.
Might have still been using the old network policy or something. Yeah.
Yep. I'm still curious to know what's creating this on the worker.
Yeah, that's a lot of pods for a replica set to 2. I guess the kubelet config is maybe still max pods on one of the nodes. I mean,
Well,
we
we
still have a
still have the
session over
control
there,
plane.
don't we? And varlib kubelet config.yaml. We'll just give us a few more minutes and we'll see if we can find whatever random thing is left here. But oh yeah, max pods 1. There you go.
Strange. Oh, there was something alive there, wasn't? Or is that the old one still?
What's our newest deployment? This.
Yeah, that look.
Nope. It's still on container creating, right? Out of memory, out of disk.
The disk is rather large on these machines.
Yeah, we got tons of memory, tons of cores. I mean, you can remove those limits and requests. I don't think I even added them. So
Yeah.
I think those are usually those show up in the events. So.
You edit in the pods instead of the deployment.
Yep.
I can't explain that pod behavior why there's so many. That's weird.
I'm surprised that I can't seem to get rid of the replica set that's creating them. Which is 579, right?
Wait, it's
so
still making
K9s
it
does.
as
This is one of the. We've seen this before actually. Drop out of K9s, and I bet if you delete it from the CLI, you'll get an error message. We have seen this before. And it's the K9s doesn't propagate all the stuff.
Yeah.
So if you try get replica sets and then try the kube control delete RS with the name, you'll probably get the correct error message.
So we want to get rid of all of them besides the newest.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you can just delete every replica set in the cluster if you really want. Just do a -- all. Like, the deployment controller will bring them back. And that actually worked, surprisingly.
All right. And then
Did it just put in an image, maybe? What node is that going on to?
Again?
You start kubelet on control plane. Why?
I don't think we need to.
It's on control plane.
So,
wait, what's this telling us?
No events. Stuck on creating.
Kill the pod again.
I mean, we deleted the replica sets, right?
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem.
Postgres is also stuck, so.
Oh, Postgres is stuck? Okay.
Yeah. Why? What else might be unhappy?
Let's run a get pods all. I think K9s is our detriment here. I think it's hiding stuff. So
crash loop back off on API ext.
Right, so we can ignore emissary. We got one of our Cilium operators. That's okay because we don't have enough nodes for that third one. Our Cilium does appear to be okay, although it has restarted a bunch of times. We got container creating for a whole bunch of things. Can we do an O wide on this? Get pods - O wide.
Yep.
So yeah, so Postgres isn't scheduled because of the scheduler.
Okay. Yep, the scheduler is broken. So.
And I'm curious if we describe that clustered pod, if we can get any information too.
Which
That maybe
clustered
Cni
pod?
doesn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Describe. There's really nothing. So the pending can only be one of two things, right? It's the scheduler, which we've alleviated by hard coding the node name here.
Well, do we need to also hard code the scheduler for Postgres?
We could, but then the fact that the clustered pod isn't starting tells me that that's still pending because either the port isn't available on the node.
Oh, is Nginx blocking it?
Which is
the Nginx is Nginx necessary for this?
No, you can get rid of that.
Yeah.
Nothing's on 8080.
I have no idea what's wrong with this cluster. This cluster needs deleted. All right, Marek, if you're still watching and you want to jump on and tell us just for a couple of minutes what the hell's going on here, that would be useful. But there's so much broken in this cluster. This is literally a dumpster fire. Jeff from the Aerospike team is saying /run is full. And he created RAM disks to eat up all the memory.
Funny.
All right. I'm happy to call it there. I think that there's too much broken here to fix in a couple of minutes.
Tricky.
Wow, that was a tough one. Two really tough clusters, but that last one.
Yep, there's /run.
Was there? Oh, yeah.
So you have to scroll up, but.
Oh yeah. So I guess you can't speak to any of the sockets potentially on that machine. I'm not sure what the side effect of that is. That's not something I've seen before. Damn, I'm never going to a party with Team Aerospike or Team PixieLabs.
Well, you know, our eBPF break fixed itself, so.
Yeah, I'm not even sure there's enough eBPF in the world that could detect that many breaks in the cluster as well. There was a lot going on in this one. But I think you managed to work through quite a lot of the things there. Some of them were particularly tricky as well. Like the max pods, the run ones. These are just flags I had no idea existed, which I think is great because now we all know that these completely have to be malicious flags exist and we can delete them from all our lives. All right. Thank you so much for joining me, PixieLabs. Your breaks were really fun and entertaining to watch. Fixing it was fun and entertaining. And thank you to Aerospike. So I'll let you get back to your day, but thank you again for joining in.
Thanks for having us.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm just going to pop over here and I'll do the t-shirt now before I let you all get away. Competition. Winners. Let me pop my screen up. All right, draw winners. Oh, we still got a few of you on the call. That's all right. Go. Who wins? I don't see names. I'm sure they're there somewhere. Your friendly cloud native gopher, I think, is the name, and Hervey Nickel. All right. To claim your t-shirt, just DM me on Twitter or email me at david@rawkode.com or ping me on the Discord. Just get in touch. Give me your address. I'll get you those t-shirts. Thank you to all of our sponsors, and thank you to everyone who's watching, Equinix, Teleport, and everyone else. Whew. I'm going to go have a beer. Have a great day. Adios.